Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the closet. There they are. Welcome back to the Christopher Moon Show. And welcome back to today's thought, which is change, Change. Once you quit substances, once you start down this path, is your life going to be the same as it was? Can you hold on to everything that you held on to while you were drinking and filling up that empty hole? Well, I'm here to tell you my experience with that, and for me, that is a no. For me, once it was finally time for me to put aside the substances, put aside the drinking, put aside stuff, the things that used to get me turning and burning, the things that used to, the things I wanted in life, they changed. They changed drastically. And I believe the change was within this quitting the substances, with this changing in your life. Now, a lot of people, they kind of are worried and scared of change, but you can't be. Like, things are going to change no matter what. We can never keep anything exactly the same. And even if you could, why would you want to live exactly the same all the time? Like, that becomes stagnant. It becomes bad. It's kind of like you need to change. You need the river to flow. Once the river's flowing and stuff, the stream, that water's clean. You could drink it, maybe a little bit without getting too sick, but that flowing water is usually cleaner water. But once it pools up and it gets stuck in a place and it just sits, it becomes stagnant. It gets that film, that green film growing on top, and you get mosquitoes. And nobody likes mosquitoes, do they? No. Maybe except for Bill Gates with all those cool mosquitoes he just released at that Davos thing. Anyway, forget that. But the change, the change to you, to me, was immense. Now, if you don't remember, back once I started this little journey, I wanted to quit doing the Subox. I wanted to quit doing this stuff. And the doctors I went to, they treated me like, I was ushered in their doors from a court system. They treated me like I needed to have random tests, random stuff. And I didn't like it. And I asked them and begged them and pleaded, like, how do I get off of this stuff? I don't want any of it. I want to be free and clear. Freedom has become the most important thing for me. Freedom and love and simplicity, And that's not what they wanted. They wanted me to stay on some type of Suboxone or methadone or something for the rest of my life. Maybe you can wean down, but we wouldn't recommend it because you might have a heart attack, you might get sick, you might come back and do some more, you might do this, and you just get so tired of hearing that stuff that it's like, you know what, maybe, who cares? I got to the point where I didn't care. I was like, if we're not going to do it together, I'm going to do it on my own. And that's what I did. And the way I did it, I did a lot of mental things to just get away from that addiction, like just to once that thing grabs you and you wanna do that thing, you need to pull your mind out of it, because it's a mental thing, it's a physical thing, it's an everything, But the best way for me was I slept a lot, and I believed, like Peter Pan, believing he could fly, never growing up. That was me. I believed that I am pulling through this. It's not affecting me. And along with that belief, I would journal about how grateful I was that it didn't affect me. I'd journal about how good I felt and how bright my future was, how bright that day was, even if it was a little white lie. But I locked onto that and I never let go of it. And the other thing that I think did the most damage to changing the internal Chris into whatever you see now was all that meditation. Like I got off of this a little bit before 2019, 2018, yeah, maybe 17 or 18, I don't know. Like I go back a little bit further, but it was before all the you know, that thing in the news that we ain't allowed to talk about, the whatever. But right around that time was once I started going through this, and like for a couple of years now, I'd say, like I meditate every day. And that was the thing, you know, once I was feeling those body aches, once I was feeling that mental urge to go out and seek and find and get that stuff, I'd sit down and just will it away. And it's not willing it away, it's just I tried to turn my brain off, and I'd follow all those meditations onto YouTube. I'd do it all, and it did start working. It did start changing me in here. Like I became a lot calmer. Like I'd feel that urge and that want, but after sitting for a while and having that change where your brain kind of gets into sleepy mode and it kind of shuts down, but you're still there, you're still, you know, still awake, something's happening. I don't know what it is, but something good is happening. One, you feel it, you feel good. I wouldn't feel my legs shaking. I wouldn't feel that knot in my stomach that I wanted, whatever substance. I wouldn't feel the cramps and the tears and the sweat and like all the stuff that you get once you're coming off of that junk. I'd feel okay for a moment. I'd feel good, and then I'd feel good for a couple hours after. And I would just become addicted to that, and I would jump into that whenever like I started feeling gross. I'd be like, nah, I need to turn this off for a moment. Chris doesn't need to be thinking. I need something else to go on. And after that, you know, once it did start to subside, and all those things I was doing led me away and got me clean, I would say, there was a definite change in the way I perceive things. Like there was a definite change in everything. So my life is not the same. I don't hold on to those things that I used to. The cars, the motorcycles, all this stuff. You know, it's just stuff. And I think really going through a detox and a giving up something that's so like core to your being, and for me, getting messed up, having fun, you know, that was me. I was a party guy. That was core to my being. And once I could no longer function on that, and I needed something else, it just changed. Something changed, and I went from having all this junk, having the monies, the job, you know, whatever. I sold it all. Like I'm a minimalist. I don't want stuff, and I'm happier than I've ever been. I have my Mackenzie, this girl right here. I have food, water, shelter. You know, I've got a wonderful little kitty cat. Things change. Things change. You go through that addiction, and you come out on the other side through that detox. It's humiliating. It's humbling. It's suffering, it's pain, but after you make it through that, once you crawl out the other side, you crawl out a healthier, stronger individual, but you also crawl out a different individual. For me anyway. For me, I crawled out different because the things that I once held in such high regard, the property, the junk, you know, the stuff that I was hoarding, it lost all its value. And I only have a few nice things that, like, you know, I like, that I use, but you know, really that empty hole that I had in me, that I was filling with substances, that I was filling with property, that I was filling with all the ideas of the things I would see on, social media, whatever. I need that stuff. The stuff that I held on to in that life, now I just push it away. I don't even want any of that. I don't even care about that. I don't want any of the stuff that I once wanted, That stuff is all gone. Like, it's still there. There's remnants of the past life, but really, you got to be careful once you decide to quit, because once you end up filling that hole with love and gratitude and what it should have been filled with, the things that you once thought were important of your life, they're no longer important. And with that, I'd like to leave you with this little funny dog meme that I found. It's just cute, and it's kind of the way I think dogs see us, but it's the same exact way that I see everybody now. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope this finds you well. I hope this finds you good. For the you 7 that watch these, hey, I love you guys, gals, whoever you are, I love you. And I hope you all have a wonderful day.